I am Peace Olukoju and I talk on sources, but today we're going to be talking about on sources regarding our money. And I will be doing a series on the rule of money. So today we're going to be talking about the first rule of money without wasting much of our time. The first rule of money is prioritizing financial education over financial accumulation. Okay, most of us, we just wake up, we take our bath, and we rush to work in pursuit of money without even understanding what we are going to do without money. We just know that money is good. I must have money. I must be wealthy. And because of that, we suit up and we go to work. We don't even sit down and have a plan. We don't even sit down to understand what does this money require. What is the language of money? What is the timing of money? What is the flow of this money? What is the rhythm of this money? What's the purpose for this money? And most of us make the mistake of going after receiving the money. We go to the market, we go for shopping, and we buy all sorts of things. That buy designer bags, designer shoes, buy laptop, buy phones. When you keep on buying all this, you're not going to have money. And in the first place, the reason why you go to work every day is to have money, right? So why do you keep spending the money? Why do you keep spending the whole of your money? Why don't you keep a percentage of that money in order for you to have something to show for the money you are making? Because the people that sells clothes for you, that sells shoe for you, are going to be having a lot of money. They're going to be rich because they understand how to collect and keep. They're not going to use the whole of the money to restock. They will keep percentage of it to invest it and use part of it to restock their market because they've made profit. Why are you not doing like that? Why are you not keeping your profits by paying yourself first? Why don't you pay yourself first? The investment you make out of your money, the money you make for investment to invest is you paying yourself, is you appreciating yourself. This is for me. It will be in your account. You'll be looking at it. Or if you use it to buy a property, you know, this is for me. I bought this for me. This is what my hard work has earned me. You can't point to clothes because in few years it become rags. You can't point to shoes as what your hard work has earned you. It is only property. And I don't want to really dive into property because I'm into real estate. But I want to I really want us to understand the purpose of money, the language of money, the timing of money, the flow of money, and the rhythm of money. Because it has rhythm. Everything about life is guided by principle. You must follow the rule of money in order to be wealthy. So what is the language of money? The first language is keep. You must keep your money. Money love to be kept in form of savings. You must at least, the minimum you must keep out of your money is 20%. If you keep 20%, you can't do anything with it. If I were you, I would keep 30 to 40% because I personally, I keep 50% of my commission. I keep 50% because I realize that if 1 million naira salary cannot satisfy my bills, then 500,000 too cannot satisfy my. So I would rather have that 500,000 and learn how to manage it. So I save 50% of my commission. I know some of you will say it's because you have a husband that supports you, you have this, you have that, you have that. Fine. But if you want to succeed, you must not have excuse. You must be radical. Honestly, God forbid you lose your job and you get a lesser amount of salary. You and your family will survive on that salary. I keep telling my husband, I said, there was a time you were earning 100K, only we survive. There was a time you were earning 200K, we survive. So divide your salary into two and keep it. Keep it for the purpose of investing. Another language of money is the flow. Sorry, you must understand the flow of your money. How does money come into your hands? At what circumstances, at what situation are you when you receive that money? Have you studied it? Because if you can study the season that money comes into your hands, you'll be able to position yourself properly for this season. Then you'll be able to multiply your actions so your money can be multiplied. So you must understand how money flows into your hands and how it flows down flows out. And the best practice, the best way to know how money flows out of your hand is by taking record of how you spend your money. Do you have record of do you have record of how you spend your money? Do you even have budget before that salary comes in? Do you have budget on what to spend it on? Because if you don't have budget on what to spend it on, anyone will call you and they will demand for your hard-earned income, and you will give it away because there is no plan for that money. So monitor the flow of your money. Another thing you need to understand about money is the rhythm of money. This one sounds so funny, but it's real. You know, when you have small money, shout, because you always want to show people that you have money. That is a sign that your money is still small. It will get to a particular level that your money will be so big that you won't be able to shout. What you will be just hearing is pim, pim, pim. That sound of pim, pim is going into investment. It's going in. You don't need to prove to anybody that you have money. At that level, you've really mastered the game of money. You've really mastered your money. And that is the level I want everyone that will join me, that will watch this video, to get to. Because you don't need to prove to anybody that you are wealthy or you're rich. At that time, you have the freedom. At that time, money comes to you voluntarily. I want us to get to that stage where money comes to us, locate us easily, voluntarily. We attract money. And there's something I want you to understand about money. When you save money, when you invest money, there is a law of attraction and accumulation that happens to that money you save. I learned something from my mentor, Grant Cardone. This is book, Grant Cardone. He said if he has money and he's saving it, that every money he looks at that money, the more he looks at the money, the more he earns, because that money will, there's a force, there is a way the money will attract money, because money loves multiplication. So learn how to gather your wealth. Learn how to gather your money. Stop spending all you earn. Even the scripture says that only a fool spends all his earnings. Only a fool. You are not a fool. So stop spending all your earnings. In conclusion, don't forget that we help you to multiply your money. We educate you, and we have platform in which you can multiply your money safe and profitably. I mean safe and profitably. We have Palm Tree Farm that pays you every year for over 50 years. We have land banking where you can buy your land and resell it after 5 years. And you resell it at like 500% rate. Like I sold it for some people in January for 500k, and right now this is November, one of my clients sold his 6 plots for 6 million naira. Something he bought 3 million naira. That is 100% interest on your investment. And so we have this, and we have one that, for those of you in diaspora that you want to come home and retire, you're just scared of being the insecurity issue in Nigeria. Don't worry, we have you covered. Okay, we have a plan that will take you from the airport down to your doorstep. Because we are building an helipad in that estate. We have an helipad in that estate. Is a massive structure. It's a place where you'll be and you'll feel as if you are staying in the US or in Dubai or in Qatar. It's majorly meant to target the billionaires, the 1% of the 1% of the rich people in Nigeria. So drop in the comment section any of these investments that you are interested in. Do have a wonderful weekend. As you are going on this weekend, mind the way you spend, mind the way you spend. Have a budget for what you are spending. In that party, have a budget for here. Write it down. Have plans to spend it before you do. Not because a singer is praising you, okay, but because you really want to spend it. Because you really want to spend it. Mind the way you tell them to save them bottles round, okay? Do it simply because you want to do it, not because to show off. If you are still showing off, if you are still proving a point, it means that you have a poor man mindset. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.